Mic check. Here we go. Let me know if the music too loud. I think it probably is. What's good, Mason? You take any trades so far yet? Yeah, I'm on shorts on NQ right now. I'm looking at NQ in a second. Hold on. I don't even think I looked at it yet. Oh no, I did look at it. I got cooked on NQ. Well, Nasdaq yesterday. Do you trade penny stocks? No, I trade Forex and futures. Trade Forex and futures only, bro. You trade live and prop firms both. Live and prop firm. I'm funded with Alpha Trader and I'm funded with Top One Trader. It's for prop firms and I'm trading personal account as well. Do you trade penny stocks? I'm sorry, if you answered, I missed it. No, I don't trade penny stocks, bro. I trade Forex and futures. My nigga going crazy with the likes. That's you, Mason, bro? That's all you right there? I never even tried to get into penny stocks, to be honest. I just got the shower, so my hair wet, bro. Oh, you've been trading? 4.5 years, almost 5 total. I've been profitable, consistently profitable for the past 2 years. ICT? Hell no. Simple support resistance. Simple support and resistance breaking retest, bro. That's all. Holy shit, my shit was echoing this whole time, bro. Realistic time frame to become profitable with that info we have now. There is no realistic time frame, Santi. It just depends on what works for you. No specific time frame will make you profitable. There is no golden time frame. There is no golden strategy. There is no golden indicator. Now, me personally, I like to use the 4 hour, 1 hour, daily 4 hour, 1 hour, and 5 minute. But no time frame specifically is going to make you profitable, bro. Sad truth. It's it's important to know. I'm speaking as a new trader. Okay, I got you. It's important to know the lower time frames are weaker compared to the higher time frames. So with that information, that's how you pick your time frames. Me personally, I like the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 5 minute for entries. But the lower the time frame, the weaker the trend, the weaker the confluence, the weaker the structure, the lower the time frame. The noisier the chart, the weaker the time frame. I mean, the lower the time frame, the weaker the chart, the weaker the levels get respected, things like that. So if you want stronger levels, um, stronger price action, things like that, use the higher time frames. The way I trade, I like to use it. I'm a higher time frame directional bias trader. Not really a scalper. I'm looking to catch the move of the whole day, not just the intersection move. So I don't take counter trend trades. I only take pro trend trades. So with that being said, I take trades based off of directional bias with the higher time frames, and I use the lower time frames for entry. So I use the daily 4 hour and the 1 hour, but mainly the 4 hour and the 1 hour for my direction. My directional bias, right? I want to buy or sell for that day. Then I use a 1 hour time frame to see what levels I want to buy or sell at to draw my key levels on a 1 hour time frame. Basically marking off previous highs and previous lows, previous areas that price already rejected, things of that nature. Then I wait for price to get to that area. Then once price pull back into that area after a breakout, giving me a retest, I drop down to the 5 minute time frame. I look for structure on the 5 minute time frame that supports my directional bias. So in this case, my directional bias was bearish. I had some sales up here like 2 days ago. I had another entry, possible entry down here. I waited for price to break this area, give me a pullback into this area for potential rejection again. And this is where I decided to take another sell. So I'm a higher time frame directional bias trader. I only take pro trend trades according to the higher time frame bias, basically the 4 hour and the 1 hour. I use a lower time frame like the 5 minute for entries for a break and retest. Mason said he was in NQ sales. I like NQ sales off of this area. I definitely like the NQ sales off of this area. Gonna be, I don't know. This music loud as fuck. My bad, chat. I'll check my check. I want to start, but I just don't know how. All right, so you don't know nothing. Like, this is completely brand new to you, day one. That's what you're trying to tell me? All right, I got you. All right, so first thing you do, I'm gonna give you a tutorial right now. A quick tutorial. Actually, not really a tutorial. I'm lying. First thing you do is follow me on TikTok. Right. First thing you do, just because um I am, I want to say I'm the best teacher on TikTok. I ran across a bunch of TikTok lives, and they be saying a bunch of bullshit. And I have over 4 years of experience, and I know the reality of trading. A lot of people will be teaching a lot of bullshit. So to filter out all the bullshit, first follow me on TikTok. Second, go on YouTube. You can learn this for free. You don't got to pay for a course, right? You don't got to go buy nothing from nobody. Just go on YouTube. You can learn a lot from YouTube, especially the basics. So to go on YouTube, type in FX Alex G. All right. After you go to FX Alex G, go to FX Alex G, type in Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Forex. Type in Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Forex. This video right here. This is a 4-hour long video. Watch this entire video. This video will cover everything beginner friendly. That way, when you watch live streams or you watch TikTok shorts or videos like I post or whatever the case may be, you will understand what I'm saying by understanding the vocabulary that I use. In order to do that, you got to understand the basics first. If you don't understand the basic and you watch a reel or watch me live trade, you're not going to understand what I'm talking about because you don't know the words I'm saying mean. If I say we're bullish or bearish above or below this level, we're making higher highs and higher lows, and we just took out this previous low, you're not going to understand what the fuck that means because you don't know the terms. So this video will teach you that kind of stuff. So in this video, You don't gotta watch the whole 4 hour long video in one sitting. You could watch it 2 hours now, 2 hours tomorrow, or whatever it may be, however long you want to break it down. Watch this video. As you can see from the subtitles down here, from the timestamp down here, this video will first teach you what is trading. Do you live crypto? No, I position size hold crypto, not really trade it. So crypto is more of a long-term investment to me. So this video will tell you what is trading, right? So basically telling you what it is. This video will tell you what is Forex trading, because there's more than just one market. There's not just a Forex market. There are a bunch of different markets. They all are treated the same though, for the most part. It'll tell you what trading tools you'll need. So what websites, what apps, things like that, all gonna be for free. You don't need to buy anything, right? It's gonna tell you what trading tools you need. You're gonna go over Trading View. Trading View is this thing right here where I'm actively looking at the chart. This is actually Trading View. It's gonna go over Fibonacci areas. So that's how one of the tools that's on Trading View is gonna go over the brushes tools. Gonna go over drawing on the chart. So it's gonna teach you how to do what I'm doing here, based off of his examples or how he trade. Now, the reason why you're watching that is not to trade like how he trade. You're watching that to get an understanding on how to work this app or how to work Trading View. And then as you come into the live streams, I will rework what you already know, right? Tell you how to show you how to draw levels, how to mark off zones, things of that nature. But his video would just be to get you accustomed to navigating this, right? So he's going to tell you how to draw on the chart. He's going to tell you how to calculate risk. I will cover that as well during the live streams. And if you want a video about it, I could make a video about it as well. But just, you got to let me know on the live stream after you already watched this video. We got to be after the fact. So you're going to go over Forex Factory, where you find high economic news, high impact news is going to be affecting what pair you're trading. This is going to tell you how to find Forex Factory, how to read it. MetaTrader 4 native, MetaTrader 5, you don't really need this part of the video. Price action trading, so he's going to go over price action. I'm going to refine what he's go over in price action, because he go over the basics of price action. I'm going to go over the advanced stuff. Market sentiment, fundamental analysis, chart time, trend. So trend is a part of price action. Support, resistance, candlesticks. He's going to tell you what each of these candlesticks means. So each one of these things are called candlesticks. He's going to go over the detail of that stuff. He's going to go over patterns, like different chart patterns. He's going to go over indicators. You don't need the indicator section either. I don't trade with indicators. It's unnecessary. He's going to go over Fibonacci retracement again. He's going to go over the importance of backtesting. What is a pip? Things of that nature. Trading sessions, mainly what times you want to trade. He's going to go over leverage, on how to leverage money, and how trading actually works. He's going to go over a little bit of psychology, and that's it. But after you watch all of that stuff, you're going to understand the details or the beginner stuff. I'm going to refine all the beginner stuff that you learn and make it to advanced. Again, knowing how to break down a chart and knowing how to chart. I just said it twice. Knowing how to break down a chart and do a technical analysis is just 10% of the game in trading, right? That's just 10%. Anybody can break down the chart, but that doesn't mean anybody can trade, right? So the hard part is not knowing how to click buttons on the charts. Would you recommend paper trading? Yes, at the start, for like the first month. After that, then no. After the first month, no. But the beginner part, the actual trading, marking up a chart, anybody can do that, right? The hard part of trading is not technical analysis. The hard part of trading is being disciplined, being consistent, and sticking to one thing that works, things like that, right? That's the hard part of trading. So just learning how to do a technical analysis and mark up a chart, that's the easiest it's going to get. But no, I don't recommend paper trading. I recommend paper trading for the first month if you're completely new. If you're already like 2 months in and you're on the second month, I don't recommend paper trading anymore, because again, paper trading is just the technical side of trading, which involves marking up a chart. The real advanced stuff is not about marking up a chart. The advanced stuff comes into play with risk management. The advanced stuff is psychology. The advanced stuff is discipline. Like, that's all the advanced stuff. So you're not going to learn how to manage your emotions with paper trading, because you don't have nothing at risk. It's not your money. You know you're not losing anything. When it's actually your money, you know you have something to lose. That puts an emotional tie to every trade you take, making it that more important than just taking a paper trade, right? Taking an actual trade It involves your emotions. It involves your discipline. It involves your consistency. It involves being scared to take the trade because you're scared to lose. It involves being too excited to win. It involves greed. It involves being fear of missing out. All that plays a big role into trading, not just the technical side. And having those kind of feelings when it comes to trading, you're not going to get that paper trading because you know it's not your money. So in the back of your head, like you're not going to really care about it as much when it's actually yours and you're actually actively losing or winning. Good traders know how to lose. The people that is struggling with trading, people that's still unprofitable, most likely they don't know how to lose. They don't take a loss well. They revenge trade, things like that. And you don't experience knowing how to lose your actual money from paper trading. You don't get that experience. And I know the plan isn't to come in the market losing, but it's inevitable. You're going to take losses. You can't like not lose. Are there any demo apps? Yes. If you want to demo trade like back test for an app, use this website right over here. I'll do this on weekends. So if you come in here on a weekend, like a Saturday, you will catch me doing this. I do it for entertainment purposes, not really to practice, because I've been trading the same strategy for like the past year. But go to FX Replay. FX Replay, you make an account, it's free, you don't need to buy it. But the free version has limitations. Go to this website right here, FX Replay. Sign into an account after you make an account and things like that. Go to down here where it says battles, beta. Click battles. Click new battle, create your own battle. Change the account size to whatever account balance you're trading with, whatever case may be, or if it's a funded account, change it. But I always do 100K because that's the funded accounts that I'm working with. Change the duration to about 90 minutes. That way you don't get sessioned out. Max participants, change it to 1. That way you're only doing it by yourself. And then change these pairs down here to whatever pair you want to back test on. So I like to do NAS 100 just because that's what like everybody on TikTok likes to trade. In reality, it's not my favorite pair, but everybody likes to trade NAS 100, so I always do a NAS 100. Then I click next. Make your profit target 10%. Make it max drawdown 10%, meaning if you go down and draw down 10%, you will overall fail. If you go on profit 10%, you will overall pass. Make your max daily drawdown 5% to treat it just like it's an actual prop firm challenge. Your max risk per trade doing 1%. You don't want to risk more than 1% because that is definitely over leveraging. After that, just press next, press create. Then it'll start a battle at a random point in price, and it's going to go into real lifetime actual price action that actually happened. On the real markets, it's not like no bullshit or no random price action. This is actually price action that actually happened randomly in time. It could be fucking 20 years ago. It'll still show you it, and you back test this way. This is how I quote unquote back test or demo trade. Whenever you want to take an order, say I want to take a buy here, you go look to the top right, you say place order. Well, actually, you can actually get your tool first, your long position or your short position. So in this case, I'm looking at a buy. You put the long position here, adjust your stop loss, adjust your take profit, whatever. Press place order. Make sure you have it clicked. Then you press place order. You press market for market execution. Your percent risk 1%. Your position size, entry price, stop loss, take profit. Make sure all of that is set. And then you just click save, and then actually enter in your trade. When you want to actually play the candlesticks, you press the plus sign to play more than one, or you want to do one at a time, you press this one, and it'll play one candlestick at a time. And this will let you know this is how you back test or demo trade without having to actually do it within the live markets, and you can do this a lot faster, whatever case may be. Once you win or lose a trade, you can see the account balance down here will update. And so I lost this trade with a 1% loss. So as you can see, minus 1K. Oh, this wasn't a real trade. This was just an example purpose on how to backtest or quote unquote demo trade. I do this on weekends for educational purposes on TikTok Live. If you catch me here on a Saturday, this is what I will be doing. You're so helpful. No problem, bro. again, I'm not one of the people that gatekeep, right? Everything I know and I've experienced in my 4.5 years of trading, I will gladly tell anybody. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to buy my course or buy something from me, buy my mentorship or whatever it may be, buy my signals. I'm not going to tell you buy anything from me. I don't sell anything. I make decent money from trading. I don't have to sell anything. So I don't gatekeep nothing. I tell everything for the free ski, bro. I'm just here for entertainment purposes and education purposes for the new traders. Do you live discourse? No, I want to start doing live discourse, but my discord is not as active. As my discord grow and get more active, I would do live calls in the discord. That way, instead of people having to talk to me in the chat and me read comments, I could be more interactive in the discord and actually have you share your screen and stuff like that. That way I can see what you're actually seeing and then critique and say what you point out, what you did good or what you did bad, what zone you could have looked at, where you need to double down at as far as highlights, things of that nature. So I do want to start doing live calls on the Discord while I'm live trading. So I'll be live trading and in the Discord at the same time. That way, people in the Discord can actually interact with me and talk on the mic and get more engagement. That way, you actually learn from me on a more personal level instead of just watching me live trade. I want to start doing that, but my Discord is not as active right now. So as I build a bigger Discord community, I will eventually get into it. But if you want to join my Discord community, you can just shoot me a message on TikTok and I will send you the link. If not, you could just go on my YouTube channel, which is here, Traderholic FX. Click right here where it says my Instagram link, 2 more links, then this will be the free Discord community. So my Discord free as well. Join it, and then it'll look something like this. It'll look like this, where I have an announcement section where I announce when I'm go live. You have a general chat room section. So whenever I take a trade, this is where anybody could just type at, whatever the case may be. You can send your charts, whatever you want to talk about, ask questions, whatever. You can do that in a general chat section. But also, when I am not live trading, or like if I take a trade before I actually get on live, I will send it here first. As you can see, when I first took this trade, right over here, I wasn't live when I took this trade. So I sent in because I was about to get in the shower. So I sent in the Discord. I said, I'm taking these trend continuation sales. I'm about to go live in like 15 minutes at everyone. So I let everybody know this trade I was getting in before I go live because I didn't want people to say, oh, you took this trade off live. You didn't even tell us. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't like hearing that shit. Because I'm really transparent on everything I do when it comes to trading. But I would say something like this before I go live. And then that way people, if you want to take it, you can take it. If you don't want to take it, cool, fuck it. I don't really care. We have trade ideas. So if you have an idea that you want to actually post in and get my feedback from or other traders' feedback, not outside of myself, you can post it in trade ideas. Want to screenshot some profits and post them, you can send them in member profits. Crypto talk, death setup, trading memes, like funny shit. Yeah, down here is where the real value is at. I post trading psychology tips, quotes, risk management, and I have a detailed explanation of my strategy and writing. So if you ever want to just go over my strategy and read it as a checklist to do everything in order based off of how I actually trade, this is a checklist here if you want to look at that. Also, in my YouTube videos, whenever I post educational YouTube videos, like a price action, not lives, go to video. Whenever I post like a price action video, like here, how to read price action versus indicators, which one actually works, stuff like this, I will leave homework inside that video. That way you actually getting value, and I'll make sure that way I will actually be able to tell if you understand what I taught in that video. If I don't give you nothing to do at the end of the video, I don't really know personally if you understand what I was teaching or what I was trying to explain. So when I give homework in my educational videos, you can submit those in the homework section after I submit the video, and then I will give you feedback on based off of whatever homework was. So for that price action video, the homework was mark up a chart, draw your levels, and tell me whether your trend is bullish or bearish or something like that. I forgot what the homework was. And then annotate on the chart. So people were submitting their homework, like this was what they were looking at. This was S&P, overall bearish. Make sure when you submit homework, you do it like this. That way I know what I'm looking at. This was his zone. So he was like bearish engulfing candle through a support, open. This was his levels. These are his lower lows and lower highs. This was entry, stop loss, take profit, things like that. Then put a little another sign or annotation or whatever he may be. Give me a summary of what I'm looking at, and I'll give you feedback on it. But Yeah, that's what the Discord looks like. If you want to join, it's free. You can send me a message on TikTok. I will send you the link. Or you could just go on my YouTube channel and go to my bio and click on my links, and then you'll see the Discord down here. What's the most you've made in a day? I don't really discuss that kind of stuff. I don't like to, because I don't want new traders or people that haven't been trading as long as me to expect my kind of results without putting in the kind of work that I put in. Also, I don't want to teach people to chase money when it comes to trading, because chasing money is a fast way to fail, right? I focus on percentage. I teach people percentage. I don't teach people money, because the reason why I do that is because percentage never change. Money will always fluctuate. So 1%, it will always be 1%, no matter how big your account size is. You could be trading with $1,000 account, $100 account, a $10,000 account, $1 million account, $100,000 account. It don't matter what your account size is. 1% will always be 1%, but that 1% differs between however big your account is. So 1% of $1,000 is only $10. 1% of $100,000 is $1,000, but overall it's still 1%. I like to tell people, get good at making 1 to 2% on a day-to-day basis. And after you get good at doing that, you just scale up and get access to more money and still target that same 1%, 2%. And that way you go from 1% of 1K, making $10 a day or $20 a day, 2%, to 1% of 100K. Now you're looking at $1,000 a day, or 2% being $2,000 a day. Ideally, you didn't change your strategy. You didn't change your risk management. You still reached 1% per trade. Still had the same targets, things like that. And you overall see yourself grow when it comes to making more money. Again, it's not about having the biggest trade. It's about having consistent percentage gains. And the big days will come naturally, just to becoming better and getting good at making a steady percentage. So when it comes to actually talking dollars amount, I don't really talk dollar amounts. I talk risk. So if I say I'm in this trade and I say 1% risk, or I'm up 1% on a day, or I'm up 3% this week, or I made 5% this month, I don't want to tell you how much money I made that month or what it is in weeks. I don't want you to try to chase my results without putting in the work that I put in, or having the level of experience that I had, and get tied to, oh, he made this amount of money, I could do that too. If he could do it, I could do it, right? In reality, that's not the reality of trading. That's why I say people talk a lot of bullshit on TikTok. So just get good at making a certain percentage. How long did it take you to actually benefit from trading? So I've been trading for 4.5 years, almost 5 years. My first 2.5 years was just me losing money and learning the process and trying to improve. The most recent 2 years is I've been making consistent profits and withdrawals from trading. So it took me about 2.5 years, I would say, start seeing profit. You might say 2.5 years is a long time, but you got to think about it. This is a worldwide profession that you have to learn, just as well as anything else, any other career. People go to college for bachelor's degrees for 4 years, 8 years for doctor's degrees, or however long it takes, right? And come out with student loan debt and all this other stuff, right? Without making as much money as traders. So even though 2 years, for me, 2.5 years may seem like a long time, again, it's people that's been trading, been going to school for 4 years, graduating, only make $20 an hour, and I'm making more money than them with less work. Less work when it comes to time. Not really less work, because it takes a lot of work to get good at trading, but fucking being disciplined and things of that nature. And then also with trading, the potential is endless. There is no market cap to how much money you can make. The first market specifically is a $7.9 trillion market, meaning $7.9 trillion is being pushed throughout this market on a day-to-day basis. You don't believe me? All it takes is a simple Google search. How much money is moved in the Forex market every day? Possibly 6.6. So I was wrong. I said 7.9. I guess it changed since the last time I talked about this. But approximately $6.6 trillion market. But there's the cap of making the profit cap of trading Forex is fucking endless. There is no cap to the amount of money you could make. As far as different jobs or careers when it comes to going to school, engineers got an average of X amount of money. The master technician makes X amount of money, right? They're all caps. There's no cap to the amount of money you can make in trading. So look at it from that perspective. Like, even though 2.5 years or 2 years or 3 years may seem a lot to become profitable, but there's people going to school that's inside debt, paying student loan debt, not making as much money that the trading industry offers when it comes to potential. You're so helpful. Thank you. No problem. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Like I said, I'm the TikTok savior. It's a lot of bullshit that people talk about on this app, and I'm here to let y'all know that whoever joined my chat, that the reality of trading and not the bullshit, the fluffy bullshit that sound good. I ain't finna sit here and tell you about to come in here and make 10 bands a month. Like, that ain't how that shit work. No, that's right. Yeah, no cap. I want to be that person in the I want to be the person in the trading industry that I wish I had when I was coming up. That's why I'm so passionate about it. Because when I was coming up in the trading industry, which was almost 5 years ago, that's a long time. There's a lot of stuff that I wish I knew that I didn't know. So I want to be the person to give that value. That way, people who are where I was don't gotta cycle through as many mentors and stuff that I had to cycle through to crack the code or to have the aha moment. Getting ready for the market. I go live at 9 a.m. Nice. What 9 a.m. EST? Looking for that New York Open. That pre-New York. I'm focusing on all the black YNs. That's nigga funny. Also, within me live trading, like, I'm very transparent. Any position I ever take on the screen, you will never see me delete it. So I can go back for the past. I think I've been live trading on TikTok for 2 weeks. So every trade I took in the past 2 weeks is still on the chart here today. Because after I take a trade, I like to lock my position. That way, whenever I decide to delete my chart and restart, like I remove my journaling, you still see my previous positions, and I'll do a rechart analysis. So any loss I take, whatever case may be, we can go revisit that loss and things like that when it comes to explaining different stuff to different people as they come along. So as you can see, NAS 100 yesterday, like I said, I'm very transparent. I took a buy here on NAS 100. I took a loss here. This is my first loss in the past like 11 days. So I went on an 11-day win streak, and this was the first loss since then. I took a loss here on NAS 100. This was yesterday. Sometime last week, I took this NAS 100 buy. It was a cool little win. I took 2 NAS 100 sells back here. This was a nice win. Took a NAS 100 buy back here. This was a nice win. I took some sells right here. This was a nice win. Took some buys here. That was a nice win on NAS 100. That's just NAS. On gold, took a nice buy here. This was yesterday. Monday. This was a nice win. Took some sells down here. This was a nice win. Actually, this wasn't a win. This was a break even. I broke even here. This was a nice win on this gold buy. This was a break even as well. This was a nice win. This is a nice win. But any trade I take, as far as ever, you will be able to go back. Well, I will be able to go back and review it. So if you see me send a trade in the Discord or the next day and say, "Hey, man, I seen you took a trade in the Discord at this time, woot woot woot. What were you looking at?" And I can actually go back to that time and show you what I was looking at on that chart, whatever. Yes, sir. I made 2K yesterday off SPY puts. If YN can sell dope and scam, then the market should be a cakewalk. Nah, for real. I'm gonna start trading gold. Yeah, I fuck with gold. Okay, cool, Caleb. Bet I got you. Who your cousin? Oh, you explaining what? Okay, you referencing your cousin. I got you. Oh, Sue Surf free away? Nah, yeah, Sue Surf tough. Who your favorite in the battle rap industry? Like, actually curious. Sue, who your favorite? Come on now. That's a good pick. I fuck with that pick. He definitely my top three, but he not my number one. I got Arson my number one. I ain't lying. Yeah, Arson my number one for sure. He too tough. Yo, nigga, when I was in high school, I thought I was a battle rapper. Like in high school, niggas used to have a circle and shit on lunch. Yeah, niggas used to have a circle in lunch, and man, I swear I was the fucking battle rapper. I ain't lying. Nigga, me and my friends, I used to write shit the day before lunch when I know niggas is about to like gaslight me and shit, whatever, or like gaslight, like rapping or freestyling. I used to write shit the day before. Me and all my friends used to fucking be in the crib and shit, and I'd be like, yo, what y'all think about this? Then I run that whole shit down before we go to lunch the next day. Then the next day, niggas used to go to lunch, and I ran in a fucking circle. I thought I was a bad rapper for real. No cap. Yo, one day, it's a long ass time ago, nigga. That battle with fucking that battle with Arsenal versus Shoddy Horror, the nigga from the UK. He was like, that one verse. He was like, to beat me, you need street fighters, Kid around you, Megan Good's mom, Voodoo Doll from East Bayou, two niggas with mopeds with broke legs to beat bikes. Hey, that whole verse, nigga, on God, I rapped that shit at lunch the next day. I rapped that whole verse at lunch the next day. Everybody thought I was tough. I didn't even know I took the whole fucking verse from Arsenal. The whole verse, word for word, bar for bar. What Soldier Boy say? Nigga, I took the whole John. That's funny as shit. Ain't nobody, I never admitted that to just now. That felt good to get out my system, bro. Nigga, I took the whole fucking verse. Everybody was like, oh shit, he could really rap. He tough. Whole time, nigga, he don't even know I stole that shit. Have a blessed night and thank you. No problem. Thanks for stopping by the stream, bro. Enjoy your night, killer. Where you from? I'm ATL born in Jersey. Oh, you in ATL? You born in South or North Jersey? I'm from Philly, so I'm right next to Jersey gang. Oh, you from North? Oh, so you from where Arsenal from? Jersey definitely got some. I think Jersey definitely got the best battle rappers. My cousin Cuz type shit. Jersey definitely got the best battle rappers though. No cap. Really go crazy. Philly cool. Actually, nobody too tough from Philly no more. Nobody too tough from Philly. Who from Philly? Let me think. Fuck this nigga name. Bill Collector. Bill Collector from Philly. He tough. Bill Collector tough. His ass just be bidding though. He funny as hell. Can GPCHF stop playing and just ghost my fucking target already? Damn. Let's look at the 30 minute. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here till about 4:45 and I'm getting off, to be honest. Oh wait, I forgot to look at the YouTube chat, bro. I'm gonna stay here until about 4:45 maybe. I'm gonna go eat some fish and rice and broccoli. I'm gonna crack that shit. Yeah, I'm hungry as fuck right now. Hey, we hit 450 followers. Let's go. Shorty make that ass clap. She don't even know about how fashion. Like, but that Roddy Rich area was tough. I keep it better because I don't do a saw even when I'm in the dark. Shorty make that ass clap. She don't even know about. Take it back to Milo. Her name ain't Megan when she is time. They got a basketball court in his crib. He's rich. Hold on. Any tips on who to learn from? Me. What do you know so far? Are you completely beginner? Retail the racks in a minute. Can't imagine shit. I'm pulling up on the drop top with the baddie, bitch. Been on the TJR boot camp on day 32. Oh, I don't know about the TJR boot camp because I don't watch TJR at all. Never watched one TJR video in my life. Not discrediting TJR, just I never watched it. So, but because you're on day 32, you should know you should know the beginner basics. I'm assuming. So if you're already learning from TJR boot camp, then why do you want to find somebody else to learn from? Just looking for more tips and looking at the top sources because there's many fake gurus. There's true. That is very true. There are a lot of fake gurus. But learning from too many different people at the same time is a double-edged sword because one person can say something and the other person may contradict what they're saying or have a different approach. Then you'll be indecisive on which one you go with. Right? That is a bad thing. Then one person may say something that you might agree with, the other person may say something that you might agree with, which is good. But one person may teach one strategy, the other person may teach a different strategy, and now you're trying to mix two strategies in one. When in reality, both of them strategies that was taught was only supposed to be used in that dynamic based off of that strategy. Like this strategy is supposed to be traded this way by this is the way this person created this strategy. The other person created this strategy the way they created this strategy, and it should only be traded like this. That's the point of the strategy. Then learning from too many people will get you trying to merge strategies or contradict strategies into one when then it will fuck up the strategy because that's not how the strategy was meant to be processed. That makes sense? Hopefully that makes sense. As far as learning how to trade, I recommend learning from one person, not multiple people. But when it comes to psychology or like risk management, things of that nature, then you could diversify and learn from more than one person because that's not really technical. That's just more so psychology and mental, right? So you can learn from more than one person when it comes to that. But as far as learning how to trade technically or price action and things of that nature, I would suggest just one person. So if you with TJR bootcamp, we like TJR, stick with TJR. Give his bootcamp a shot, and then if you're still struggling with this bootcamp, then you try to, or you it's not working for you, then you try to find somebody else to learn from. But as far as learning right now, stick to one, and then if it stops working, then you eventually go to something else or someone else. Yeah, thanks, man. I've been seeing a lot of money, a lot of many sources, but many different strategies. Yeah, because there is no one way to trade. There's hundreds of strategies and hundreds of different ways to approach the market. Just like in basketball, there's hundreds of NBA players and college players that all shoot differently. Some may shoot similar to others. Some It's a lot of people that's right-handed, a lot of people that are left-handed, a lot of people that's two motion shooters, a lot of people that's one motion shooters. There's a lot of people with high arc. It's a lot of people with low arc jump shots, right? So, but they all are slightly different than the other. And there's some that's completely different than the other, right? There is no one way to shoot a basketball. There is no one way to make a shot. There is no one way to trade. There's hundreds of ways to trade that all work. So you're going to see a lot of different strategies, but it's important to focus on one strategy and master that strategy until you feel like it's not working or you don't understand it to the level that that person is, or the way that person is teaching it. Once you get to that point, then you venture off to someone else or a different strategy by somebody else that's teaching it, and then you try to trade that. Then give that a shot for a month or two. After that, you do it again until you find something that clicks or that's like seems simple or dumbed down or watered down enough to where it's very, very, very simple. It's very textbook, and then keep it there. There's a lot of different concepts out there. There's people trade ICT, people trade SMC, people trade liquidity graphs, people trade support resistance, people trade supply and demand. People trade MACDs, people trade RSI divergence, people trade with EMAs, people trade with Bollinger Bands, people trade with what's that shit called? Orb. Like it's a bunch of different ways to trade. There is no one way to trade. But it's important to stick with one way once you find that one way to trade. Like me, I trade the same way every single day, breaking retails and measure key levels. That's it. And because that works for me, I'm not looking for fair value gaps. I'm not looking for supply and demand. I'm not looking for liquidity graphs. I'm not looking for sweeps. I'm not looking for that stuff. Even though that stuff works for other people, it's not a part of my trading plan or my trading strategy. And what I'm doing has been working for me for the past 2 years. I don't need to implement something else different, even if it's working for somebody else. All right, because again, there's no one way to approach the market. That's some good stuff. Too bad I joined late. Are you good, bro? Welcome to the stream, Vaxie. Appreciate you for stopping by, my boy. How you find my YouTube though? If you talk about this trade right here, this trade was from yesterday. I'm still in this position. I caught this position yesterday. I'm still in it. I took off 90% of my position down here, so I just got a small runner. And then this position right here, I took today. I need a third monitor, but I don't know where to fucking put it. Like I don't have nowhere to put it. I think I'm gonna put my third. I think I'm gonna have to mount it on the wall. Or I'm gonna end the live in the next 3 minutes. I'm hungry as shit. I need to end so I can go eat. To be honest, like high key, I'm fucking starving.